Today presents Strike Battleship Argent, Book 1 in the Starships at War series, by Shane Lachlan Black. Copyright 2016.
Hey, science fiction and fantasy fans, Shane Lachlan Black here, reminding you that all of my serialized fiction and all of my serialized audiobooks are available on my site, brought to you ad-free by the Action Faction. We're also supporting literacy. Every time we hit a milestone, we send another book to a school. Plus, you can get your own call sign and get producer credit in videos just like this one when you sponsor us. All ahead, battle speed.
Outstanding. What about ground forces, Colonel? 2nd Airborne has 21 paladins on ready alert. 7th Air Ground Task Force has 18 heavy paladins. I can have a mechanized battalion planetside in 12 minutes. Sounds awfully violent to me, Colonel, Hunter said with a smirk. If we can't eat it or kiss it, we'll kill it, sir. Commander? Damage control has restored all operations on Deck 11. Hull breaches have been secured, Honora replied. Argent search and rescue is fully operational. What did you come up with? Whoever did the final equipment checks before Argent launched forgot to tell me about the Corvette situation. We've all been so busy talking about fighters, T-Hawks, and paladins, nobody bothered to check up on our support craft. We were in kind of a hurry, Zoni said with a grin. I know we've got launch facilities set aside for at least 4 vessels, Mu said. We have 5 as it turns out. We've got Tranquility 3, which is a specialized medical corvette. There are 3 evac rescue lifters, and get this, a brand new Nightwing SR patrol flyer. I think we stole the medical boat. Someone painted over her designation. That or we stole the Nightwing too, Hunter quipped. Never heard of those ships, Doctor. What have they got? Zoni asked. Well, it's pretty much a nemesis built around a hospital trauma unit, Honora replied. Nice and agile with lots of remote probes, a couple of heavy lookbots, and 4 Angel recovery craft. I saw one of those Angels in action at the last flight demo at CATS before I left, Zoni said. Incredible what they can do. Autonomous search and recovery, Doverly said. Like your mother's arms. One of those things could fish you out of a suitcase buried under a mountain at the bottom of the ocean and fly you home with a little umbrella drink in your hand. They're like St. Bernards with anti-grav. Ha, Zoni said brightly. Mu chuckled. Very good. All right, Jax, listen up because we're not looking for missing admirals anymore, Hunter said. Everyone quieted down. Hughes is off the reservation, and speaking only for myself, I can understand his concerns. Atwell's story checks out, at least for now. I ordered launch of a long-range probe into Gitairn Sector 9 right after we secured the bridge, and I got the results right before this meeting. It picked up gravitic reactions from at least 16 vessels on the opposite side of the reach. 5 were heavies. Sounds like a war looking for a place to start, Mu said. That's a task force 1 4-hour jump from 3 populated systems, boys and girls, and the only Skywatch vessel standing between them has a name that starts with A. That's the situation, plain and simple. Any word from command? Honora asked. I've formulated and rejected at least 3 different strategies for calling home, all of which end with what I'm sure will be us ordered back to base. Then there's the Barker's asteroid situation. There's more? Zoni asked, eyes wide. Oh, it gets better and better, Hunter replied. The Admiral and his gang of cowboys dropped a sentinel emplacement on the asteroid field side of that deserted rock. That combined with the Colonel's now confirmed minefield gives the former crew of the Dunkirk a way to present the enemy formation with a Hobson's choice. Brave the minefield or get carved up like a roasted turkey by long-range proximity bursts from that gun. We ran the transponders from his monitoring stations, Honora added. Those mines are the big boys. He's got anti-missile, anti-stealth, anti-ship, X-ray, antimatter, and cluster packs. Every one of them is equipped with a maneuvering ring, and at least half the field is cloaked. It would take a squadron of minesweepers a month to fly the length of a football field in that salvage yard.
Shane Lachlan Black here. We built a site called jumpline.click so that we can offer our readers something called keyword navigation. We give you a keyword, you type it in the box, and you click or tap the jump button. And it takes you to a location on our network. Could be a new story chapter, could be a new book, could be a game. But where this really gets powerful is when you use a permanent keyword like today or video. Those keywords always take you to the most recent update. And what we know is that everybody that uses Jumpline is a reader. We don't have to worry about bots. We don't have to worry about slop. We don't have to worry about fake traffic. Everything on the other side of Jumpline is the internet the way it used to be. Human beings enjoying our site. There are only 3 ways to get to Jumpline. You either type the address in your browser, you use a bookmark, or you use a QR code. There's no other way to get to the site. So, the first time you visit, make sure you bookmark or find a QR code and use that each time in your mobile device. That way you're sure that you are getting to the genuine site and you're getting all of the great updates that it makes available. Watch for the keywords under the jump button. Those are always updated and they're always current. We'll see you on Jumpline. 5x5.
And Barker's asteroid is parked right in the center of it. There's no way to get at the Sentinel without flying through at least half those mines. Now we could probably clear it with railcasters, but if we open up, we'll draw the attention of both the Sentinel and the enemy task force, so I've got a plan. I figured you might, Zoni said with a grin. The display behind Hunter switched to a view of the Rho Theta system. In the center of the display was a formation of 9 Skywatch warships, with DSS Fury at their center. It just so happens I've got my own task force, Hunter announced proudly. Perseus, huh? Moo said. That's Jace Hunter's outfit, isn't it? The same. Hunter switched the large display back to Gitairn 8 with Argent at the center and the asteroid field at the upper edge. With all due respect, sir, isn't this just the Hunter family doing what we're about to blame the Admiral for? Yeely asked without looking up. It would be if I had plans to attack. My orders are to get out of this system with the crew of the Dunkirk safe. If that means I have to take the Admiral into custody, then so be it. If I'm about to do Jutland in space, I don't have the tonnage with Argent solo. But if my darling sister joins my command, we become Strike Fleet Perseus and punch in a much higher weight class. Argent and Fury with the Perseus battle group can sure bring the lumber, sir. No doubt about that, Moo said. I'd be happier with more muscle and less finesse, but with our data link and advanced battlespace controls, we can at least make it a running fight back to Core's Edge if it comes to that. Commander Hunter reports Fury and her battle group will rendezvous with Argent in 6 hours. Well, it looks like we've planned ahead this time, Honora said. Sir, what is that system upper left on the display? Zoni asked. It looks like Tactical isn't quite sure how far it is from the enemy contacts. Hunter swiveled in his chair and scanned the screen. Up there? The lieutenant got out of her chair. Honora and the others watched. This up here, she said, pointing at a small planet on the outer edge of the Gitairn Companion Stars system. Isn't this one of the Relio system's planets? Looks like it, but those planets are just volcano-covered wastelands. The Relio system is brand new in cosmic terms. I recall Astrometrics thinks it might have been formed from the remains of the Gitairn Nebula. Too young for much, Doverly replied. What's on your mind, Lieutenant? Hunter asked, his intuitive antenna buzzing. Well, sir, I just noticed how the minefield, the gun, and the enemy ships are all set up right between the core and the Relio primary. I mean, the Colonel's story about the big bad enemy fleet coming to kill everybody sounds appropriately scary and all, but if that gun were pointed in our direction and trying to stop us from getting to the Relio system, it would be a textbook interdiction strategy. Moo said. Don't have to remind anyone here we've got no reason to trust the Colonel, Yili said. Leaving aside for the moment he put a gun to my head, his story about rigging the ship to blow up turned out to be a hoax. Something dark and ominous tugged at Hunter's insides. Both versions of events sounded perfectly reasonable, but so far he had been hit with impossible-to-believe revelations about a Skywatch flag officer's involvement in unsanctioned operations, and now the only evidence he had things were, as they seemed, was the word of a man who had already been demonstrated to be a liar at least once. Then there was the fact Argent had been sabotaged and fired on. Hunter made the decision and keyed his comlink. Hunter to Bridge. Bridge, Walls. Ensign, I want you to listen to me very carefully. Patch me to the pilot station nice and easy. Don't panic and don't make it look like you're doing anything unusual. Stay on the channel and tie in CIC and Skywatch. Aye, sir, Walls replied with an impressively calm tone. You're on. Hunter to pilot, acknowledge, the captain said quietly. Helm, Lieutenant McInerney. Status report? Argent at station keeping per your orders, sir. No navigational hazards reported. CSP maintaining standard perimeter. We are space clear for all flight modes. Very well, Lieutenant. Maneuvering thrusters only. Back us off from Barker's asteroid nice and slow. 5 meters per second SNS, shields nominal. Aye, sir. Helm answering. All engines back 1%. Aft velocity now 5 MPS, course 180 Mark 0, heading 180 relative. Sir, Zoni asked. Hunter held up a hand as if waiting for something. The lieutenant noticed he was gripping the arm of his chair a little harder than normal. CIC to bridge, something or someone just went active inside the Gitairn space field, Sector 10. Hunter to Nemesis 8, analysis, quickly. Compiling, sir. Battle comp is inconclusive. Navicomp thinks it's some kind of ILS beacon. Do we have traffic out there? Negative, Nemesis. ILS beacon? We're not active, are we? Yeely asked with an edge of urgency in her voice. Negative. Aside from the ECM, we've had no active sensors or scanners since we got here, Honora replied. Then they're piggybacking a targeting sweep in an ILS harmonic. Nemesis 8, give me a position for that contact. Bearing 021, Mark 28, range 0.4 megaclicks and stationary. Plot it! Hunter switched the display to pick up the Nemesis tracking telemetry. A red dot glowed to life near the asteroid field only 1 light minute from Barker's asteroid. Battle comp just lit up, sir. Argent is being targeted for range. The Nemesis signals officer shouted, and the audio signal spiked, distorting his voice.
Wolverines!
The rest of the story is only 1 keyword away. Visit jumpline.click in your browser. New keywords are activated every day. Get access to our entire catalog of science fiction, fantasy, and gamelit.